YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. It is a beautiful Sunday. Eastern time zone is where I'm at, and I'm hoping that you guys are doing well. This is a big week. The next 2 weeks is going to be a great time for the home theater community. In my opinion, this marks pretty much the end of the year for the TV technology. The Sony A95L will be released, and you'll start to see a flood of videos and comparisons. And I'm really excited for this. This is a good time, guys. So I wanted to make some content today, just kind of talking to you guys about, kind of a wish list for this TV before it comes out. And just, this will give me a little bit of space in the community to be able to see how things fare, right? So the 77-inch TV is the one that I'm going to be going for. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to explain within this video. Not sure if I'm going to timestamp things, but I may. So if I do, then, hey, you can definitely click until your heart is content to get towards a portion of talking points that you want to see. The TV comes in at $5,000 and 77-inch, which is only $500 more than the Samsung S95C, which ironically, QD-OLED Gen 2 panel, year 2 for Samsung to also have a QD-OLED. And it was the first TV of the year that, really was the one that, people went after. And I got that TV in 77-inch, and I was so confident that, that TV would just deliver me and it would be the one. And it's been an amazing TV. Personally, I have more joy than I do distaste with the S95C from Samsung. I think it's a remarkable piece of technology, and I can't wait to see, what they can implement and bring to the table when we do finally get down to a space where we'll see like 8K QD OLEDs. I mean, that's probably a long time to come in the future. But the point is, they marked their TV at $4,500. And so I jumped on that thing, and, I've been enjoying it, guys. I really have, because these two TV models are going to be the ones that people are going to talk about. And I'm going to do my best to do my own type of comparisons and such. And I'm excited to see what the community will bring out, the tech from KG, the whisper status, the FOMO, and so forth. But the A95L, is going to settle down as being the physical one-to-one size replacement for my S95C in the area that I have it in. Now, the S95C has been an all-purpose TV, but I think that it is a better suited gaming TV than it is a movie TV, not as to say that it can't do both. The A95L is going to go into space in my living room because having a gaming PC there is cool, but it's not something that I utilize a lot. I sit in this area. That's the 45-inch ultra-wide OLED monitor behind me. That's Lady Hera's setup. But I've got the 77-inch G2 OLED in here in front of me. This is like my monitor, my display that I use for gaming. And this is where I'm going to be putting the S95C. I'm actually going to, get the G2 out of here, put it in the dining room where my most recent upload, or 2 uploads prior, was me giving away my C1. So that TV I no longer have in 77. The G2 is going to go there, and the S95C is going to come in here where I have a dedicated gaming PC with an RTX 4090. It's just, I want to match, as much horsepower to where it needs to be. And, that's kind of where we are with that. I told you guys that I'd be making some content talking about how I was moving TVs around and so forth. So to top off the A95L with my wish list, I'm hopeful that the picture-in-picture functionality within this TV for the gaming turns out to be a good thing, because what it means for me possibly is that I'll be able to play games in the living room, and I'll be able to create content also using the one panel to have 2 screens essentially. There's not a lot of talks about that, not a lot of things showcased. And personally, I feel like the community is probably going to drop the ball on that. A lot of people that talk about these TVs, they don't go as deep into the gaming space on it. It's really kind of like my niche and what I do, what I like to talk about. And so I'm excited to try that feature out. I really am. Having like the potential of like the picture in picture, but where you're still getting the uniformity. I don't know if it's supposed to be a breakdown of a 27-inch or 32-inch 4K screen. I'm just excited to try that. Now, I know that Sony recently, and I made content on this, introduced a gaming bar to models as early as like the J series, A80J, A90J, and so forth. But I know for sure the A90K and the A95K that I have, they got the game bar. And while it was a nice upgrade, nothing really game changing, if you will. I think they're a little bit behind on that, but implementing things like the picture in picture for me to be able to use two sources on one big panel is really nice, especially in this room that I'm in now. So as I just said, I'm in front of a 77-inch and I don't have two monitors. I could have two monitors. I very much so could, but I choose not to. I'm able to create my content, play my games, enjoy myself on one screen. I think it'll open it up for the content creators. Another thing I'm interested in checking with the A95L is if it will have 144 hertz. I'm interested in seeing that. The Samsung S95C officially supports that, as does the 90C. And we know that the S95B last year had an overclock functionality where you can tune into a gaming PC. You could do that. But I'm interested in seeing if the A95L will support that. If it does, that's going to be really good. 4K at 144 hertz being a potential on that be really nice. Third thing on my wish list, and I don't know if I'm going to keep up with the numbers, but the third thing on my wish list is proper implementation for QHD gaming. I just feel like it's something that, Sony has missed on, but with the PlayStation 5 now officially supporting QHD, I think that it's possibly something that we can expect. No official information on that, but I would definitely welcome that, especially if we can mix in the 144 hertz and the QHD. I think that'd be really good for me having it in the living room with the distance. I'm about 16 feet away from my TV, from my sweet spot. I've shared this on the channel before. Now, another thing that I'm looking into doing, and this doesn't really speak for the TV specifically, but I'm going to be upgrading my audio. And earlier this year, I did do an overhaul where I got rid of the Sony speakers, which I actually have them. Yeah, I've got my full Sony surround sound in this room right here. So I upgraded to a clip system. I'll card that video in if you're interested in checking that out. And that system has been working really well for me. But I've started researching after talking to my boy Tech Enthusiasm. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. He's about to hit 10K also. We talked about some SVS. We talked about some Martin Logan. We talked about some Kef. My boy Tony gave me some great information too, so I appreciate you, Tone, if you see this video. Thanks you, brother. Always tapping in, helping me out with that. But I'm thinking that in the future at some point, I will be looking to upgrade my audio system. One thing that I do personally miss from the A95K was the fact that it had the ability for you to have a receiver connected to it for the TV to actually be a center speaker. Now, I'm not here to say that, it was the best sounding center speaker, but I think it did a really good job as acting as a center speaker. And I kind of want to change the furniture layout in my space a little bit. So if I could have a TV that's going to give me great picture quality and also act as a center speaker, that might allow me to change things up. So I'm really welcoming that, man. So I got a couple of different things that, this TV could bring some joy for me, and some different things that I'm actually interested in seeing and testing. So I'm interested in knowing what you guys think. Now, I know some people have voiced a little bit of distaste for, the price point. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what it's priced in other countries, but $5,000 for the TV. I personally had it coming in at $5,500. I thought it was going to have the same price point as the 83-inch A90J, which I don't know how that TV is still being sold, but 2 years later, that big TV is still selling. So my guess is that they made a ton of those and haven't been able to push them all. But, I thought it was going to hold that. But even that TV has now dropped down in price. But I'm excited for this TV. I'm really excited. This is been something that I've been anticipating. And I thought originally I was going to get the TV in 55-inch. Then I said, I'll get it in 65-inch for the bedroom. But then, to be honest with you, I started looking at my A95K and I was like, man, this TV is just so good, the A95K. I can't replace it. Like, there's no need for me to move it to another part of the house, leave it where it's at. It's 65 inch. Granted, I'm far away from it, but it's a good enough TV for the bedroom. Great peak brightness, great picture potential. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and bless somebody with the C1, move the G2 into where the C1 is, move the S95C to where the G2 currently is, and get me the big boy. Get me the Alpha 95 Legend. So we're going to be doing that in 77 inch. It's going to be coming to the channel. As soon as I get it, you can tune into all the content. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I make those videos. We're on the road to 10K. So if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting. We're going to hit that milestone. We're going to keep pushing the content, keep it going. If you guys got anything to offer to the discussion pool, leave it down in the comment section below. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Peace. God bless. And as I always say, max love.